back, ladies and gentlemen, to Eternal Sonata, and I can't believe I did not talk about this in the last video. So, now that we got Viola in the party, let's actually talk about her voice actress. So, she's voiced by Megan Hollingshead. I believe, kind of like with Amy Gross, they put her under a pseudonym in this game. But Megan, she's been in a couple of things, but I think her most noticeable roles, she's Shizune in Naruto. She's, I don't know how you pronounce this character's name, Rangiku, I think, from Bleach. I'm trying, yeah, like, I'm sure that's not how you pronounce her name, and for that I definitely apologize for that. She's the first voice of My Valentine in Yu-Gi-Oh!
There's a character. There's a character I remember.
And way back in the day, she was Nurse Joy.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Well then.
So yeah,
Jesus Christ.
she's another voice actress that she's been around for some time. I mean, been in a lot of things that we've seen as little kids. Just, you know, her resume is not nearly as extensive as some of the other actors that we have in this game.
No. You know what? I think My Valentine and Nurse Joy. I think she could just leave those two roles in her resume, and that's it. She's set in gold.
Yeah, pretty much.
So she was basically the voice of My Valentine from seasons 1 through 3, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. I think before, what's her name? Bella Hudson, I think, took over.
Yeah, in season 4.
Yeah.
Season 4 was which saga?
The Orikanko saga.
Yeah,
or the Wake the Dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the part of Yu-Gi-Oh! That little Karibo is currently riffing on.
Okay.
We will do him!
Just double checking.
But yeah. Okay, no problem. But yeah, I was just running around just making sure that I got everything, like if there weren't any chests that I were missing or anything before we move on to the next area. And yeah, as I kind of mentioned in the last video, this actually brings us to, I guess, what you could consider like our first true dungeon. Because I mean, up to this point, we've just been going through forests, and yeah, there was a sewer level, but it was very straightforward. This, not so much.
Kabasa.
This is a really old bridge.
That sounds like something you expect to hear from Stitch. Kabasa.
You'd be dead for sure. Since I don't usually take the goats this far out to graze, this is actually the first time I've ever...
Yeah, you're right. This bridge really is dangerous.
I mean, it's like not even like fully connected. I mean, look at how the boards are connected.
Oh
What the
god.
fuck is up with these rickety bridges everywhere?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess bridges really were shit back in the day. I don't know. I don't know. I am not an engineer, so I am not the person to ask.
Bingo! Hey, you're pretty darn smart, aren't you? That's right. And it's also why there's a fort.
Let's see. What if we were to put some really hard bars below the bridge so that it would stay stable?
Yeah, right.
I'm just spitballing here.
Fermata. That's a music symbol.
Let's be careful going across, okay?
Oh, really? Which symbol?
Oh god, I think it's a form of rest. Let me double check.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fermata is a form
Oh
of
god,
rest.
he really is a Digimon. You have to clean up after him too.
But yeah.
Oh
it's
man,
like,
this can't get any worse. It just got worse. Digimon movie, great movie. Anyway,
Yeah, I was right. Fermata is a form of rest, or it's also known as a hold or a pause in music.
Okay.
oh my god, a musical term I actually somewhat remember.
Shipped.
Okay, I was right.
No, I wasn't trying to... let's just go.
What? Did I just miss a potential love subplot?
Allegretto and Polka. I mean, it's... Yeah, let's not beat around the bush. It's fucking obvious who the main pairing in this game is gonna be.
Okay then.
Vegeta, spoilers.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, because
meanwhile...
you know how RPGs like to pair up like the main hero and the main heroine together.
It was relatively
Yeah.
easy to find the creatures in question, but
Like Cloud with Tifa.
Hey, Zaya.
Or
Take off that
or,
stupid monocle.
or Cloud or Aerith, depending on your preference.
Alright, look. First, there was the top
It's not
hat with the
Cloud
feather.
and Aerith.
And
It's
now
It's Cloud and Tifa, and then Zack and Aerith. I mean, both Zack and Aerith are under the ground together, so I mean that works out perfectly for them.
Cloud
Okay, that's just fucking
Cloud X
dark.
Tifa, thank you, BJ.
Wow. Get this man out. Get him out.
No, but seriously though. Seriously though. I love that monocle. Are you kidding me? Shit.
Oh gosh, that actually reminds me. My girlfriend once told me about how she has a lot of anime husbands, and Zack's actually one of them. It took me a bit to remember who Zack was, but then when I finally did, my first words were, "Isn't he dead?" And she got really defensive. Like, shut up! No, he's not. Shut up.
Wow.
Okay, alright, going a bit off topic for the game here. You know, speaking of Lindsay, what the heck was up with you and Twitter and how you drew an Eggman face on her?
So she sent,
What happened? I'm
on
curious.
Tumblr, she sent me this video of this guy dressed as Eggman dancing to this really corny music, and I fucking loved it. And like on Twitter, I posted, like I have the greatest significant other ever, referring to Lindsay. But then Lindsay's just like, the way you worded that, it sounds like you're dating Eggman, and I'm perfectly okay with that. And then I'm just like, I guess I'm just dating Eggman now. And then I drew a picture of Lindsay with Eggman's mustache. And that's how that ended.
I look at that picture and I'm thinking, oh my god, I want to do an Eggman voice just with that picture. Well, BJ, don't I look cute?
Fucking hot.
Oh, get this man out. Get him out. Someone get BJ out of here.
Did you wet yourself?
Oh, well. Anywhoozle.
It's strange.
God damn
Do
it.
they actually think that someone will attack Pluto from the south?
Yeah, I mean, I know you guys are like talking over the cutscenes, but to be fair, I mean, it's like, the previous cutscene, not much was really happening. It was just Waltz just saying, get your shit together, Johnny Young Bosch.
Which is evil people
And then-
being evil, whatever.
Yeah, like I said, it's Waltz telling Johnny Young Bosch to get his shit together, and then it's like, yeah, then we cross the bridge and we get another cutscene, and it's like, okay, I'm not quite sure why this is necessary, but whatever. I get they're trying to set everything up for the first dungeon, but still, it just, I don't know. To me, it seems a little unnecessary at this point.
Oops.
Yes, I'm not the only one guilty of this now.
Wow, this is a really long bridge. Let's cross it. Couple cutscenes later, we just crossed the bridge. Huzzah!
Yeah, what was the point of bringing up all that tension if they were just going to skip over it?
Yeah, really.
Right now, it's just a comfy home for people who've been driven mad by the mineral power.
Also, you know what I just realized?
What?
This whole game is a self-insert fanfic, and Frederick's the writer.
Okay.
Great response.
That's the greatest response to that's the greatest response to anything.
Well, isn't this in a way like kind of like Frederick's dream in a way?
Yeah.
It's not kind of his dream. It is his dream.
Oh well, yeah. There we go.
Okay. Alrighty.
Alright,
So
welcome to Fort Pause.
Fort Fermata. Okay. So Fort Fermata, I admit, like it's kind of like how I said. There is a gimmick to how this dungeon works. And it's kind of an annoying one, and let alone it was kind of a bitch to edit too, because I mean, there's a lot to edit out, because I must have traveled through this dungeon maybe roughly an hour and a half. Not only just trying to traverse through it, but also doing a little bit of level grinding and stuff, because, now that I got Viola in the party, I wanted Viola to get a couple of levels, because one of her next skills is a group healing spell, which I sorely need at this point. So I just want you guys to know, I edited down an hour and a half of this dungeon to 20 minutes. That's how much I cut out.
Fine.
And you're gonna And you're going to see me running around in circles a lot because I'm also trying to show off, you know, the general point of the dungeon. Like, how to get from point A to point B.
Right. To aim, damn it.
Damn it, Viola, you missed!
Quick question.
Yeah.
In some cases or in some regions, don't they call like fortresses like hold or holding areas or something like that?
Like holds, yeah, like holds, keeps.
Oh my god!
Kind of stuff,
then
yeah.
the name Fort Fermata makes perfect sense.
That's the pun.
I was just making sure because they did the same thing with. I caught this when they brought up Viola, and now I caught it again since they brought up Fort Fermata. It's literally.
Ow! Stop shooting me! What the fuck?
And I accidentally threw that out there, completely forgetting, like, oh yeah, she's standing in the dark, not in the light.
Oh man.
So Fort Hold, literally Fort Fermata.
What did you expect?
So I'm glad I caught that too.
Aha.
All right.
Level up.
Alrighty, so the gimmick behind this dungeon, there's literally a section of this room that, like, I guess, like, rotates on an axis, and you have to actually hit switches to move this room around. And this is how we can get access to some other treasure chests, like get some weapons and shit, but it's also necessary to move this one particular room around in order to actually go from one side of the fort to the other. So that's kind of the gimmick here is, you know, it's finding the right switches to hit, seeing, like, you know, where do they go, you know, if you want to try and go for all the treasures, which I don't think I do in this run, but if you want to try and get all the treasures, that's what you have to do, and one of the switches actually resets the whole thing. So if you end up like running in circles and get lost and you just want to start over from the beginning, you have to find the switch that will just reset everything and just start over. So I mean, it's one of those dungeons where it's just entirely reliant on switches. It's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass.
Oh god.
Interesting.
Also, if I may ask, how do you illuminate darkness?
By shining light in it?
No, those rats' tails were clearly glowing, but it was creating shadows around them. As opposed, that's not how it works.
They're night lights. They're night lights.
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
night lights create light, not shadow.
yeah, admittedly that is kind of weird because, yeah, you would think that, yeah, they would be creating light, but if they were on, like, the edge of the map, they would actually be blotting it out, so it is kind of weird, but, you know, what can you do?
All those tricksters.
Yeah, just because there's white in the blue circle doesn't necessarily mean it's light.
Well, I mean...
It's clearly shining, though.
Oh, look, as we all know,
See,
that
it
is
would make
clearly
more
a huge, bright blue fuzzball.
You know, it would make more sense if it was like a giant umbrella or something.
Oh my god, put logic in a video game one more time, I swear to god.
What?
Don't get mad at me.
Yeah, what Viola said, don't get mad at me.
What? Why does her outfit remind me of Styx? I just realized.
Because she's feral.
Yeah, except Viola's way more interesting.
Oh, wow.
You better back up.
I personally think Styx is a cool character.
And,
Oh, pause.
alright, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, don't worry, we'll
Just like a Fermata.
Yeah, I'll edit that out. I think I had to get something in the house or something at the time I was recording, so yeah, no big deal.
I see.
No, keep it in. You were emphasizing the fact that we're at Fort Fermata.
Okay.
Wah. Huzzah, more night, light, rat, murder.
Level up!
Ah.
All right.
Yep.
Peace!
Oh,
Yeah, and I believe it's for Viola with the skill that I needed, the healing arrow. I think you earned that at level 14, so I'm literally like 2 levels away, which is why I'm using her instead of Polka.
okay.
Alright.
Yeah, and yeah, I was like, yeah, but until then, it's like, okay, Frederick, you gotta kind of act as my solo healer.
Also, I don't know what it is about this dungeon, but I'm getting some major Tales of Symphonia like flashbacks.
It makes sense considering this is made by the same people who made Tales of.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this is
Bandai.
the Bandai publisher, yes. Developer, no. You know, like this is developed by Tricrescendo, and Tricrescendo did, I think, they did a couple of things. Like I mentioned, I think way back at like the first episode, they did Baten Kaitos. But regardless, you know, they're still under the Namco umbrella, which handles the Tales of games.
So yeah, that probably explains it.
Okay. All right. So this is the room that I was talking about, the moving room. So yeah, it's like I found moving room opens path and I outside. So yeah, that's that room that I was in. That's the one that moves. So so now you're at this point. You're just gonna see me doing a lot of heavy editing, just because it's like, you know, yeah, we're just trying to get through everything and trying to get to where I gotta go.
So what? You're just entering these kind of rooms, just pressing multiple levers or whatever, you know, just to get to the next portion of the dungeon?
But, like, not only that and to try to see if I can get as many of the treasures as I can.
Right, that too.
Okay. So, when you're in, like, one of these little rooms, these are the switch rooms. So, as you can see, there is, like, the little orb there. That's the actual switch. Behind it, there's the map. So, when you see, like, where the little white square is, that's going to tell you where that room is going to be. So, where I was at, that was actually the default. That's, like, the reset room.
Ah, I see.
So, that's like, yeah, if you ever get stuck, you just go back to there and reset the dungeon. But every room that has that switch that can move the room, it displays on the map where that room will be. So I mean, you're not completely in the dark as to like, you know, where to throw your switches and everything. You know, they do give you a little bit of a bone, but you know, it's like you have like 2 of those switches on this side of the dungeon. There's a whole nother side to it that I haven't even gotten to yet.
Also, I just noticed you just gave Polka a paper umbrella.
I was just about to comment on that. Like, how could it? That's a weapon. Why is that a weapon?
Because she uses umbrellas.
Yeah.
But it's made of paper.
Okay. So you...
Well, I mean, BJ, think about it this way. I mean, it's
there
like
have been
if
more
Polka were to use a
questionable-
paper umbrella, that she could just give her enemies a lot of paper cuts.
There have been more questionable weapons. Let's put it that way. In our RPG history.
Well, in terms of joke weapons, yeah, but I think just based on the placement of this one, I want to say they're trying to consider this as a basic basic weapon. It's supposed to be serious.
All right.
God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. So pretty much at this point, like you can see, like I just did a lot of editing and moved over to the other side of the dungeon because that big moving room, I moved it over to the other end. So it was like, this is the other half.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, this is kind of like where I was saying why this dungeon gets on my nerves, and let alone, it's one of the first ones that you ever run into. So it's like, to throw something like this at the beginning is nerve-wracking. Because, you know, all the other dungeons, I mean, I guess what you could call dungeons, not like, you know, just walking through forest areas, but actual dungeons. There's dungeons, they all have their own unique gimmicks and everything, but they're usually not too bad or anything. This one's just annoying just because, if anything, I think it's not only the switches, but the sheer scale of it. I mean, this is a pretty large room. I mean, it takes a while just to even, like, run from one end to the other just to get a treasure chest.
That does seem a little bit off-putting.
Hey, I'm over here. Come on.
Yeah. And that's kind of why I'm also trying to, like, intersplice, like, a couple of other battles and stuff here and there. I mean, I know I usually have just been doing, like, only 3 per area, but it's like, yeah, this is a large dungeon as is, and I'm eating up a lot of time, so, you know, throw some more battles, show myself actually leveling up. Like, I actually have Viola's healing arrow skill now.
Try a little harder.
So, What's in this room?
Another small room, apparently.
Well, there's some plants, a couple of torches, some patterns on the wall. There's a
Couple?
wait, there's a
I
lizard.
think that'd be
I saw a
more
lizard.
than a
Go
couple
back.
of
Go back.
torches, I
Go back for the
mean.
lizard. Cut off its tail. Your health.
No, this is not Shadow of the Colossus, god damn it.
Well, it should be.
What's the big deal about Shadow of the Colossus? I've never played it, so I don't know much about it.
Play it.
You've never played Shadow of the Colossus?
I have not.
Oh my god, it's so much fun.
Yeah, I'm with Brandon on this one. I've seen a bit of Shadow of Colossus, but I've never played it.
Play it.
I think I'm gonna have to rectify this in the future.
Do it.
Oh shit.
It's like okay, since neither of you don't know shit about it, I think I'm gonna have to rectify this relatively soon.
Oh fuck.
Well, maybe not relatively soon, but in the future, I will have to rectify this.
All right.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh god, this must be payback for the one moment where I found out that I got Danny into Sly Cooper.
Would you call it
It
payback?
is some form of
It will
payback. I
not-
know it.
It will not be hard to get you into Shadow of the Colossus, though. It's a really good game.
The only other thing I do know about Shadow of the Colossus is that apparently, oh god, what was it? That one Castlevania game made like a huge ripoff of that game.
Oh god, Lord of Shadows?
Yeah, that was it.
I do
Which
not know. I don't know. I don't keep up with Castlevanias, unfortunately.
yeah,
I
me
mean,
neither.
I've tried a couple of the Castlevania games, but that's a series I definitely haven't kept up with. So I'm really not
I never
sure.
really kept up with Castlevania myself. All I know about Lord of Shadows and whatnot is that the first one was just, I don't know, it was a pretty bad game.
The last
Alright,
the
so-
last Castlevania game I played, not in terms of like the newest one, but the most recent one that I played is Symphony of the Night.
Wait, Russell. We got a random save point in the dungeon. I guess that means the boss is coming.
Oh fuck!
So it's like I finally managed to make it through. You know, again, I apologize. I couldn't completely show how to go from point A to point B, because my god, if I did, this dungeon probably would have taken up 2 videos, and it's like, we don't need to spend 2 videos on one dungeon. At least not yet. We're not at the last chapter of the game. We can live on one video.
Yeah.
Now, trust me, when we get to like the last chapters in this game, that's when like the dungeons are gonna take multiple videos to get through.
Wow, good lord, love your swords.
Wait,
That thing's tail is on top.
no,
of its
no,
spine.
no. You can see its tail under that.
Haha.
Oh yeah, under that. What the fuck is that then?
His spine?
It's spine. What the hell?
God. I would it be able to actually walk if that was a spine? I mean,
I can't imagine what else that would be. It's sticking out of its back.
And he's able to waggle it like a tail. So what the fuck is
okay then. Oh,
Danny, explain.
Yeah. Explain what?
What is this thing?
explain the anatomy of whatever the hell this thing is.
I don't know. It's a boss.
Good enough. I will take that. It's a fucked up boss and it's about to kill us. Honestly, at this point, that's all that matters. Oh, speaking of which, goddamn.
Ow! Whatever it is, it just used it to wreck Frederick.
Yep.
Yeah, that is this thing where it's like if Allegretto and Frederick were like right next to each other, that tail would have hit both of them.
Oh, fuck.
So it's like
Viola murder!
He's like, yes, just drain its health, please.
That is a critical strike. That wasn't. Oh, it's knocked down.
Oh, yeah, goddamn.
It's apparently called a.
Let me just go around the
it's
turn.
It's like, yes, please waste your time walking around the pillar, please.
I need to strategically go around this torch in my
Clearly, he just wants to admire the candle.
Get the pain you felt in the dream.
way. Ooh, flame.
Yo, you should back up a bit, though.
I'm a bit cold. Let me just stand in front of this little flame for a little bit.
Speaking of cold, at the time of this recording, it's actually, cause it's going to be uploaded soon anyway, so I might as well say it now. It's getting really close to winter, And what is everyone planning to do for Christmas?
Work.
Ah.
It's like, that's my one answer. Work.
Work.
Yeah. More than likely I'm gonna be working on around Christmas Eve as well.
Trying to find work.
Aww. Come on, BJ. With your animation skills, yeah, you'll be fine. I believe in you.
Okay, this guy's he's almost dead. I mean, you can see he's like struggling to even stand up.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Monster
he's struggling
Hunter.
so much. Yeah, it's like he's struggling so much. Oh, yeah, it's like he's literally sticking his head into the
And
flame. Oh, and now
Thank
he's
you,
dead.
Viola.
Fort Fermata
You
Key.
beast.
It imploded.
Hell yeah.
Level up. I want that costume. I will go to conventions as Frederick.
Alrighty, and now our party level has gone up.
Oh,
So level
Shit.
3, 2 slots are available for light and dark attacks. So when we hit the R2 button, we can actually change which attack we want to do.
Okay.
So it just
Nice.
it just allows for more. We can now equip 20 item slots instead of 10, and now they're gonna try and make things a little bit more challenging by pretty much decreasing how much time we have to like begin our attacks. So
okay.
so trying to make things a little bit more challenging while opening up a lot more.
Interesting
Okay.
indeed.
Alright, so we don't have to worry about any other annoying dungeons for a while at this point, so just come back next time and we will finally make it to Forte.
Finally.